Depe is the 9th plane. Again, I'm going to pronounce these the best I can. Now remember, these planes, they do not speak vocally. These are vibratory sounds. The 8th plane is Duk, or Duk. The 7th plane has the vibration of Lepese. The 6th plane has the vibration of Krafru. The 5th plane is pronounced Inkeekneegna. The vibratory name of the 4th plane is Ne. The next higher vibratory realm is actually pronounced like 2 P's. The vibratory name is P, P. The second vibratory plane, the name it has a short O sound, is pronounced H. And the vibratory name again of the realm that is where souls became self-aware, that is on the tree of life located near Tip Earth, is No. I also ask about their perspective of time in relation to these vibratory planes, and I was told by Christ that on the plane of No, they are able to, at the present moment, perceive all of the vibratory planes that exist to Malkuth. And remember, these planes are in the same place. These are not different locations. They are different vibrations of the same light and energy, just at denser levels. And he said that they are able to perceive as matter slows down. I guess this has something to do with the vibration vibrating more densely. It changes their awareness of time, and the present moment is the same on all of the planes, but they are able to perceive up to about 6 days into the future as they on Malkuth, the lowest plane. Now that time decreases through as you rise above the planes, but from where they are, as they perceive through the planes, they are able to perceive in what we term as Malkuth to be approximately 6 days into the future. And every plane can perceive those planes below them that are a denser vibration. Now again, Malkuth is the densest, and that is one reason why our physical senses cannot perceive that which is subtler than our senses allow us. But they, in the higher planes, are able to perceive those planes below them. And as they perceive the planes below them, they are able to, according to whichever plane they are at, perceive slightly into what is going to transpire in the future. And again, from No, they can perceive approximately 6 days into the future of Malkuth and see it almost as their present, perceive it coming. So I thought that was interesting, and I guess that has to do with the vibration of matter and energy at different levels, and how the higher vibrations are able to perceive lower as far as time and space. I do not understand the mechanics of it, but those are the questions I asked, so I'm just sharing it with you. They're able to perceive from No at least 6 days into the future on the densest realm of Malkuth. Again, I asked about how long their offspring incarnations live on the other planes, because I am ignorant of all of the other planes. And I was told again that in Nokinen, they live approximately 155 years, or 150 years. Now the plane that is directly below No, which is Ha, I was told that humans that incarnate on that plane of vibration live approximately 425 years. And as you decrease in the vibratory plane and the vibration gets more dense, the life expectancy again goes down. On the 6th plane, I was told that they live approximately 210 years. These are just information discussions I had with the Oversouls and with Christ, and I wanted to share anything I get, so I'm posting it. I hope some of it was helpful. There is something I wanted to talk about before I close, and that is the resurrection. Many people are aware of a shift that is taking place on the earth right now. It's supposed to, on Malkuth, take place in 2012, particularly December 21st, 2012. And this is going to be termed a quickening or an awakening. Basically what is going to happen is the realm of Malkuth is, now I hate to use the word because it conjures up pain, and I was asked if it was going to hurt, and I was told twice no. But it is what they refer to as a burning. And what is actually taking place is that people are no longer going to incarnate in Malkuth on this vibratory plane. All the other planes are going to remain. This is the densest and the plane of most suffering that has been bringing negative emotions through the past 63 million years to the entire body of the All-Men universe, and also to the primal self D. This is going to be ended. And and I was told December 21st, 2012. And those that are embodied in Malkuth, the embodiments, that their dense embodiments, are going to be shed, and they are going to be made aware of the higher planes and be able to exist on the higher planes. I was told again, and I had mentioned this in an earlier video, that the resurrection is at one point at the beginning, before souls, the oversouls, were incarnating on the lower planes, they were not able to embody themselves in the lower planes. They were only able to shift their awareness. But now, because of these incarnations in the astral planes, and because of all that has happened through this process, they are able to consciously shape the light around them in all of the planes of Nokinen all the way up to No, and inhabit a body that is able to consciously shift the vibration of its expression across all of those realms of light. And it's a unified body of flesh, because in Nokinen they do have flesh, and in fact they used to even sometimes get sick there. That surprised me, but this won't be what happens. There will be no sickness. It will be a unified body that a soul will be able to have as its expression for eons, yet uncreated, forever. And that vibratory body can shift at any of the planes from No all the way down to Nokinen. Now, there are only 4 planets in the universe right now that have even realms that have life on planes below No, and we've talked about those in other videos. But the rest of the angelic realm solely expresses itself, or humans express themselves in the vibration of No. But on those 4 planets, as I've said in the other videos about the oversouls, that one will be able to shift their awareness across the planes of those planets into the denser levels, all the way to the density of Nokinen, which we consider to be the lowest astral vibratory level of on the tree of life, on the Kabbalic tree of life. And again, they were not able to do this before, and that is why offspring have been incarnating separately on the planes. Now they are able to unify their soul expression all the way across from the first plane, near Tippereth of No, all the way down to Nokinen, and physically express themselves. This is what is termed the resurrection. And I have been told that the inhabitants of Nokinen and the inhabitants of many of the higher planes have already had this happen. That is why there are some people that talk about the global shift occurring between the years 2008 and 2012. It's 2012 for the lowest, because that is when Malkuth is going to be, I hate to use the word again, but burned. And all of its inhabitants, animals, humans, are going to be shed of this denser vibration and be aware of the higher vibratory planes. But this has already happened on the higher planes, and I've been told that. And I am aware when they're around me. I can feel them. Sometimes I can feel them touch my head. They are physically right here. I cannot see them with my physical eyes. I am not clairvoyant, or I don't have clairvoyant abilities. I will explain to you briefly how I communicate with them, because I do believe this is important. I used to communicate with my grandfather, who is of the soul of Sav. I later found out he was of the soul of Sav. And my grandfather also, in a previous incarnation, was that of Jonathan. Now, and I've told you that I am the last incarnation of David, and I've discussed that in the other videos. That came from Ben. And I didn't understand this when I communicated with my grandfather until he began to call himself Jonathan was his name. He said, that's the name of my grandfather, my guide. Now, my grandfather died just 9 months before I was born, and I was told that when he died, 9 months later, I was born. And David had told me that was all part of it. That the soul of Jonathan had been guiding David, who, remember, was cut off from Ben. Ben did not allow David to ascend to her because of what had happened to King David and Uriah. And he ascended to one of the higher astral planes.